People in the past were really proud of their lush and colorful gardens, but sometimes the plants they planted carried hidden secrets. From poisonous fruit to environmental disasters, here are 15 dangerous plants that people learned not to plant. Let's start with something that you may not consider dangerous: the Bradford Pear. Once a highly popular ornamental tree prized for its stunning spring blossoms, it has now earned a notorious reputation as an invasive species. Known for its weak, brittle branches that easily snap during storms, the Bradford pear also cross-pollinates with native species, producing thorny, aggressive hybrids that outcompete local flora. Due to these issues, many cities have begun banning its planting. Moving on to something more dangerous, the Nightshade family. This is a fascinating yet risky group of plants that includes both common edible species like tomatoes, potatoes, and eggplants, as well as highly toxic varieties such as belladonna. The toxic members of this family contain potent alkaloids, such as atropine and solanine, which can cause severe symptoms like hallucinations, paralysis, respiratory failure, and intense digestive problems. But what made it dangerous was that some people mistakenly thought the dark, glossy berries were edible, leading to accidental poisonings. In other cases, people tried to produce medicine from the plant, but without proper dosing, the results were often very harmful. Next up is English ivy, a plant that might appear elegant and charming as it gracefully climbs walls and trees. But its beauty is deceptive, as this invasive species is far from harmless. English ivy can strangle trees by blocking sunlight and weighing down branches, leading to their decline. It also damages buildings by causing cracks and weakening structures over time. Beyond its physical impact, it outcompetes native ground cover, disrupts ecosystems, and serves as a reservoir for bacterial leaf scorch, a disease that further harms trees. A stark reminder how even the most visually appealing plants can have severe ecological and structural consequences. The name Tree of Heaven might sound divine, but it's anything but. This fast-growing tree is highly invasive, aggressively crowding out native species and releasing chemicals into the soil that inhibit the growth of surrounding plants. To make matters worse, it serves as the preferred host for the invasive spotted lanternfly, a destructive pest that devastates crops, orchards, and trees. This once decorative tree has a combination of ecological disruption and pest facilitation that makes the Tree of Heaven a double threat, one that is notoriously difficult to control and manage. Moving on to another dangerous plant called Rosary Pea. The Rosary Pea is as beautiful as it is dangerous. Its vibrant red and black seeds, often used in jewelry and decorative crafts, contain abrin, a toxin even more potent than ricin. Just one seed, if chewed or broken, can cause severe vomiting, organ failure, and, in extreme cases, life-threatening complications. Despite its dangers, this plant has found its way into gardens as a decorative species, prized for its striking appearance. However, its charm and danger have made it a double-edged symbol throughout history, one that demands close attention if planted. Purple Loosestrife was once a popular garden plant, admired for its stunning, vibrant purple spikes that added a splash of color to landscapes. However, when it escaped cultivation and spread into the wild, it quickly became a major threat to wetlands. A single purple loosestrife plant can produce up to 2.7 million seeds per year, which are easily dispersed by wind, water, and wildlife, making it nearly impossible to control once established. Its rapid spread and destructive impact have turned it into a classic case of a decorative plant, transforming into an environmental disaster. The castor bean plant might look intriguing with its large, glossy leaves and spiky seed pods, but its seeds contain ricin, one of the most toxic substances known to man. Just a few seeds, if ingested, can cause severe organ failure, accompanied by symptoms like vomiting, dehydration, and dangerously low blood pressure. Historically, this plant was sometimes grown in gardens for its striking appearance and tropical aesthetic, despite its dangers. But that is a risky endeavor, particularly if you have children or pets who might accidentally come into contact with its dangerous seeds. Next, we have Japanese knotweed, which is the ultimate invasive plant. Originally introduced to the U.S. as an ornamental plant for its attractive foliage and rapid growth, it's now infamous for its destructive capabilities. This relentless plant can grow through concrete, crack foundations, and overwhelm native vegetation, leaving ecosystems unbalanced. Eradicating Japanese knotweed is a costly and time-consuming battle, often requiring years of herbicide treatments and persistent monitoring. In some areas, its presence is so problematic that it can significantly lower property values. Jimsonweed, also known as devil's snare, is a plant with a dark and storied history. While it has been used in traditional medicine for its potent properties, its toxic compounds can cause hallucinations, seizures, and severe digestive problems. One of the most infamous incidents occurred in colonial America when British soldiers accidentally consumed Jimsonweed, leading to days of bizarre and uncontrollable delirium. Today, this plant still thrives in fields, roadsides, and disturbed soils, posing a risk to curious individuals. Its striking trumpet-shaped flowers and spiky seed pods may be visually intriguing, but Jimsonweed is a plant that demands respect and distance. Water hyacinth might look charming with its delicate purple flowers floating gracefully on the water's surface, but beneath its beauty lies an ecological nightmare. Introduced to the U.S. in the late 1800s as an ornamental plant, this invasive species spreads with astonishing speed, forming dense mats that clog waterways, block sunlight, and choke out native aquatic life. In states like Florida and Louisiana, it has hindered fishing industries and even impacted water transportation by making navigation nearly impossible. Its rapid growth and destructive impact have led to strict regulations, making it illegal to plant or cultivate in many states. Next, we have giant hogweed, a plant with towering height and umbrella-like clusters of white flowers that is no friend to humans or the environment. Its sap contains toxic chemicals, which can cause severe burns, blisters, and even permanent blindness if it comes into contact with skin and is exposed to sunlight. Originally introduced to the U.S. as an ornamental plant for its dramatic appearance, giant hogweed has since become a public health hazard. Its dangerous nature has led to widespread eradication programs across several states as authorities work to prevent its spread and protect unsuspecting individuals from its harmful effects. Here comes oleander, a popular ornamental plant prized for its stunning, vibrant flowers and remarkable drought resistance, making it a favorite in gardens and landscapes, especially in warmer climates. But here's the catch. Every part of this plant is highly toxic. Just a single leaf, if ingested, can cause severe heart and digestive issues, with symptoms including irregular heartbeat, nausea, and dizziness. Despite its beauty, oleander has been responsible for countless accidental poisonings, particularly among children and pets who may be drawn to its colorful blooms. Interestingly, oleander was commonly planted in the past, often used as a hardy and attractive hedge or decorative plant. Next on the list is kudzu, also known as the vine that ate the South. Introduced to the U.S. in the late 1800s as a solution for erosion control, this fast-growing plant quickly spiraled out of control. Kudzu can grow up to a foot a day, blanketing and smothering everything in its path: trees, power lines, and even houses. Its relentless spread has earned it a notorious reputation, with estimates suggesting it covers over 7 million acres in the southeast alone. The economic impact is staggering, with billions spent on damage repair and control efforts. Moving on to tansy, a plant with a long history of medicinal use, but also a dark side. While it was once valued for treating ailments like digestive issues and fevers, its leaves and flowers contain toxic compounds which can cause severe digestive problems, muscle tremors, and even liver damage if ingested in large quantities. Despite its toxicity, tansy was commonly planted in gardens for its striking clusters of bright yellow flowers, which added a vibrant pop of color to landscapes. However, its invasive nature and potential harm to humans and animals have led to its decline in popularity. And finally, we have poison hemlock. This plant might look harmless, even pretty, with its clusters of delicate white flowers and fern-like leaves, but don't be fooled. Every part of this plant is highly toxic, containing a dangerous compound called conine, which disrupts the nervous system. In fact, it's the same plant that played a role in sealing the fate of the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates. In America, poison hemlock is often mistaken for edible plants like wild parsley or carrots, making it a significant risk to foragers. For gardeners in the past, poison hemlock posed a hidden threat, as its resemblance to harmless plants made it easy to overlook.